Welcome to English Through History. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe or leave us a review. It helps us to create more content and is appreciated by our small team here. The summer of 1916 is etched in history as a time of fear and terror along the Jersey Shore. It was during this period that a series of shark attacks occurred, claiming several lives and sending shock waves through the coastal communities. These attacks would go on to become the inspiration for the novel Jaws and the subsequent blockbuster movie. In today's episode, we will delve into the tragic events of 1916, exploring the circumstances, the theories, and the lasting impact of these unprecedented attacks. The first reported incident took place on July the 1st, 1916, when Charles Van Sant, a young vacationer from Philadelphia, was swimming near the shore in Beach Haven, New Jersey. Van Sant's legs were brutally attacked by a shark, leading to his tragic death. This incident, while shocking, was only the beginning of a string of attacks that would claim 4 more lives over the next 2 weeks. The second attack occurred on July 6th in Spring Lake, New Jersey, where Charles Bruder was swimming. Bruder was bitten almost in half and died swiftly from blood loss. Bruder's gruesome death further heightened the public's fear and disbelief. 2 days later, another attack took place in Matawan Creek, which is further inland than the previous locations. In this incident, Lester Stilwell, an 11-year-old boy, was fatally attacked while swimming with friends. A short time after this attack, 24-year-old Watson Stanley Fisher suffered a similar fate while swimming in an attempt to locate Lester Stilwell. The shark attacks left the communities in shock and authorities perplexed. In 1916, little was known about shark behavior and their habits, making the investigation challenging. Various theories were put forth to explain the sudden aggression displayed by the sharks during that fateful summer. One popular theory suggested that the attacks were the result of a single rogue shark. This idea was later popularized by Peter Benchley in his novel Jaws. The concept of a man-eater shark terrorizing the shores became ingrained in popular culture and led to the portrayal of sharks as ruthless predators. However, more recent research suggests that multiple sharks may have been responsible for the attacks. The presence of bull sharks, which are known for their aggressive behavior and ability to swim in both salt and fresh water in the Matawan Creek, raised suspicions. It is now believed that the series of attacks were likely perpetrated by more than one shark, each seeking an easy meal close to the shore. The 1916 shark attacks had severe consequences for the tourism industry along the Jersey Shore. Panic swept through the region, and many people cancelled their vacation plans, fearing for their safety. Businesses that depended on summer tourists faced economic hardships, and the memory of those dark days lingered for years. Moreover, the attacks fueled a deeply ingrained fear of sharks in the public's imagination. This fear has been perpetuated in media and popular culture over the years, leading to an ongoing negative perception of sharks. The movie Jaws, based on the novel by Peter Benchley, further reinforced the idea of sharks as ruthless predators and sparked a lasting fascination with these apex predators. The Jersey Shore attacks of 1916 have left an indelible mark on popular culture, becoming a source of inspiration for numerous books, movies, documentaries, and even songs. These terrifying events have captured the public's imagination, perpetuating the fear and the fascination with sharks. Let's now explore how the 1916 shark attacks have been depicted and referenced in various forms of popular culture. One of the most significant literary works inspired by the 1916 shark attacks is Peter Benchley's novel Jaws, and this was published in 1974. Benchley himself drew inspiration from the attacks to craft a thrilling fictional narrative about a great white shark terrorizing the fictional Amity Island. The novel's success was further amplified by the 1975 film adaptation directed by Steven Spielberg, and this became a massive blockbuster and a cultural phenomenon. While Jaws is the most famous novel inspired by the 1916 shark attacks, it is not the only one. Numerous other books and novels have been written, drawing on the historical events to create gripping and suspenseful stories centered around shark attacks. These works continue to tap into the public's primal fear of these apex predators. As mentioned earlier, the novel Jaws was adapted into a highly successful film that forever changed the landscape of Hollywood and summer blockbuster cinema. Directed by Spielberg, Jaws became the highest-grossing film of its time and set a new standard for suspense and horror genres. The movie's iconic theme, composed by John Williams, remains instantly recognizable and synonymous with impending danger. Beyond the direct adaptation of Jaws, the 1916 shark attacks have served as inspiration for several other shark-themed movies and television shows. From low-budget B-movies to more recent releases, the theme of shark attacks continues to captivate audiences. The 1916 attacks have become a cultural reference point and a go-to source for filmmakers seeking to invoke fear and tension in their works. The historical significance of the 1916 shark attacks has also attracted the attention of documentary filmmakers. Several documentaries have explored the events, delving into the historical context and the scientific understanding of sharks at the time. These films provide a more nuanced and accurate portrayal of the events, shedding light on the fear and confusion that gripped the communities during that summer. In addition to historical documentaries, there have been modern documentaries that focus on shark behavior, conservation efforts, and dispelling the misconceptions perpetuated by popular culture. These documentaries seek to educate the public about the ecological importance of sharks and the need to protect these vital apex predators. The enduring popularity of Jaws and its influence on subsequent shark-themed media has cemented the 1916 shark attacks in the collective consciousness. The fear of sharks and their portrayal as relentless predators has persisted in popular culture, reinforcing the idea that these creatures are to be feared and avoided. However, as scientific understanding has advanced, so too has the appreciation for the ecological significance of sharks. Organizations and advocates work tirelessly to challenge these negative perceptions and promote shark conservation. The 1916 attacks serve as a reminder of the complex relationship between humans and sharks, urging us to strike a balance between fascination, fear, and respect for these remarkable creatures. Advancements in marine science and research have shed new light on the behavior and the ecological importance of sharks. Organizations such as the Shark Research Institute and the Shark Trust have been working diligently to promote shark conservation and dispel myths surrounding these creatures. Today, sharks are recognized as critical components of marine ecosystems, playing a vital role in maintaining balance and biodiversity. Despite this, they face significant threats from overfishing, habitat destruction, and the practice of shark finning. The 1916 attacks and their lasting impact on public perception serve as a reminder of the importance of conserving these magnificent creatures. The shark attacks along the New Jersey shore in 1916 remain a haunting chapter in the region's history. The tragic loss of life and the subsequent fear and panic that gripped the communities left a lasting impact. From a historical perspective, the events of that summer shed light on the early understanding of shark behavior and the subsequent evolution of public perception. While the New Jersey shore itself has recovered from the devastation of 1916, the memory of those terrifying attacks persist. Today, it is crucial to approach shark conservation and public education with an understanding that sharks are an essential part of our oceans rather than ruthless killers. Only through increased awareness and conservation efforts can we ensure a future where humans and sharks coexist peacefully in our shared marine ecosystem?